Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another walk. Today I'm starting my walk in, now I don't know whether we're East Sussex, may have crossed the border, or maybe still in West Sussex, but I'm at Woodman's Cot, which is, there we have the bells of St. Peter's Church. I think it must be 9 o'clock. I'm here early in the morning at Woodman's Cot, which is southeast of Henfield. I'm going to get 9 chimes now. This was suggested to me by one of my lovely viewers, Stuart Chatfield. He said he'd been on a walk and he thought it would be of interest, and so I've just been waiting really for a nice sunny day to come along and do it. We're going to start here at St. Peter's Church, which is a beautiful rural church, as you can see. Made of flint and some other sort of sandstone or limestone or something. Very beautiful. And I think it was 13th century, if I had a quick look up. 13th century, possibly there was a Saxon church here before that, probably a wooden church, and then the Normans came in and built this. Although what we now see, I think, is very much from a renovation from 1869, so back in the Victorian times. But we'll have a quick look round and then we'll crack on our walk. Every churchyard is naturally slightly different from one another. Obviously the layout of the landscape, the size of the churchyard itself, all of that, the soil is going to make a bit of a difference. And the graves, and here, fascinating actually, there's this line of table tombs that come down in one row. I've never seen that before. Now whether they've actually been moved, I don't know, but it is quite interesting to see them. The other thing is, we're in spring, we're in April as I film this, and of course spring is just budding everywhere. Lots and lots of primroses, daffodils coming to the end of their time now. Lovely, lovely to see. I think the church is worthy of greater exploration on another time, and on another time definitely go in and actually have a look inside. I've come a bit early, I don't think it's open. So, I'm going to leave St. Peter's, carry on with my walk now as suggested by Stuart, and I'll put the map up, and we leave going through this wonderful aisle of yew trees here, which is rather impressive, and going to head in a northwards direction. Woodmancot, unusual name, isn't it? It actually means it's a woodman's cot. Cot, short for dwelling or cottage, I suppose. So Woodman would have been here. I guess when you think this is in the Sussex Weald, that wood was very important for the iron industry, for the charcoal to do the smelting. So it makes sense that this perhaps was a place in which many woodmen would have had their base at some point, and hence gave its name to the area. First part of the journey then takes me north from the church, parallel to the 281, I think it is, which is just behind me, through an avenue of some fantastic Blackthorne, which is great. And I hadn't realised actually how high up I am. And of course they always put churches on relatively high points, certainly on the high point of a village or something like that. But we've got this tremendous view across I suppose this must be the east, the northeast of the county. Lovely. Just coming off the path just for a second, there's a lot of bluebells down here, or will be when in a month or so's time. Not long really, I think actually some of them are beginning to come out. Just have a quick look here, because there's an anomaly, and you know what I like? There's this gully, and you can't help thinking, you know, it's quite a wide gully, I suppose. What is it? 10, 15 feet, maybe more, across, quite deep as well. So it's man-made, I think. So it's either dividing the parish or boundary of one part of land to the other. It's either a sunken lane, which I'm not sure that it is, or perhaps it's a dried up water feature. But I think it's more man-made than that. But it's, yeah, it's fascinating. No, that's interesting. The path now has wound round here, where those trees are behind me. That's the end of the actual gully, which this is a continuation of. So, you know, I love to speculate when I'm out walking. I may be completely and utterly wrong, but one can think that maybe this was an old pathway or an old route, possibly. We'll have to look on old maps or something, see if there's any remnants of it. But some of these paths, of course, we know go back possibly to Saxon times, maybe even before, back in the Neolithic times. So who knows? Stuart said on this walk, he said, you'll go through a woodland. There's elements of it which are private, of course, but he said it's absolutely going to be chock-a-block with bluebells. Difficult to know when they're actually going to come up, but I can see all over the place massive swathes, and I think people are going to come here and take lots and lots of pictures, as they are bound to do. And how fantastic. I'll have to bring Julia back, because you can, part of it, you can wander through the woodland. Anyway, I've got more to do, but it was fantastic to weave through that wood over those little plank bridges. And right, going to make my way up towards an interesting little house, apparently, tucked away. So another little bit of woodland, beautiful woodland, more of the plank bridges to cross, the lovely lake, and now opened up a little bit here with a field of sheep beside me. And on my right, still again, a bit more of this gully. I don't know whether this gully is a continuation of the original path that I was going. I've gone about a mile since the beginning, so I don't know, or whether it's just a natural route for water. But given that there is a gully, water is going to take that route, because I think it's nice and easy for it. But fascinating. And then I realised the Galley Way was the pathway. I am a fool. And of course, it's not so much a gully way, it's a sort of a hollow way, a hollow track. comes up through here. So there you are. What do you make of that? Some of these boles of the trees are absolutely incredible. There's some lovely properties up here. This one, a little thatched cottage, very much my style, very much the sort of thing I'd love to live in. Slightly bigger estate to the right. I've just met Alan, the postie, who's a keen viewer of the show, in his truck, just been delivering parcels. So it's lovely to see him. Now I'm not quite sure where else I go, because Stuart basically pointed me up to about here as far as the walk. I imagine that one can go further afield. Let's just see where else this track takes us. Down here, and looking at the map, it goes up until you meet another road that goes across. So that's probably all I'm going to do in today's video, but what a lovely route. Well, there you go. What a fantastic walk. Thank you so much, Stuart, for suggesting that. If anyone's got a suggestion, please feel free to put them forward. I can't always do them, but where possible, one will. And I'm definitely going to have to bring Julia back here to see the bluebells, and little Joe, he'll love it, absolutely love it. Lots of places to go running around and getting a bit dirty and muddy. Anyway, you could, of course, with our footpaths, just go on and on and on. But I like to keep these videos relatively short. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and subscribe. Become a patron. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or a like, depending on which one you're watching on. And you can become a patron, support what I do. I don't know if I just said that. Did I just say that? I may have said it. Anyway, nice to be out and about in the fresh air and the blue skies. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.